Welcome back. So after the completion of the installation of Python successfully, you all must be very excited to dive into the pool of practical exposure of Python. So here we go about working in Python. Basically, when we talk about Python working mode, Python provides two modes of working. One is interactive mode and another one is script mode. So first we will talk about interactive mode. When we talk about interactive mode, we can simply give commands on Python shell and immediately get the output in the very next line. This is how interactive mode works. That is, only one command can be executed at a time, right? Only one command can be executed at a time. We cannot execute multiple instructions at one go, right? So basically, it is something like DOS prompt in or command prompt in your Windows, where the moment you give the command in the very next line, you get the result. So this is how interactive mode of Python works. Let's see with the practical. So to work with the interactive mode, here what you have to do is you have to open the Python IDLE shell. You will just go to the start, your programs, and there you will be searching for Python, and the moment you will get the Python with the version written over there, you will click on that and Python IDLE shell will be opened. I am taking this example, I have opened this example considering that you have installed CPython from official site of Python. So this is what interactive mode IDLE shell gets opened. Now what you have to do is simply you just keep on writing the commands and the very next line you will get the result. Suppose if I write 5 plus 2, the moment I have written 5 plus 2 and press the enter key, in the very next line I got the result 7. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. 5 divided by 2, 2.5. And what will be the result of 5 floor division 2? Just go back to the operator section, take a reminder over there what it was. Floor division. Floor division will give you the result only of quotient, right? It will give only quotient as a result. It will not give the fractional part. So what the result you will get here? Here it will be 2. And what will be the result of 5 modulus 2? Here it will give you the remainder result. So what will be the result here? 1. So this is how Python interactive mode works. I will give you one more example. Suppose if I have taken a string and used multiplication operator with an integer value, what will happen? So this string I have written is Abhi, ABHI, short of my name, and multiplied by 4. So what the result will be? A string cannot be multiplied by an integer value. Yes, it cannot be multiplied, but I told you all that here it will work as a replication operator, and now the string will be replicated 4 times and the string will be printed 4 times. So what the result we will get is Abhi, 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 Abhi. The 4 times Abhi is printed on the screen, right? So this is how interactive mode works. Fine. So just we have gone through the interactive mode of the Python. Now what is the drawback of interactive mode? Can you just think of it? What is the drawback of interactive mode? Of course, the drawback is that here we are only able to execute one statement, one command at a time. Though it is good for learning purpose, that what a particular command we are giving, we are getting the result. So it is good for learning purpose to check what the output a particular command or particular function is giving to us. But the moment we need to execute multiple instructions consecutively, this mode will not work. So what will we will have a requirement of? Then here we will have a requirement of script mode. Script mode, right? So what is the purpose of this script mode? The purpose of the script mode is to create a program file and write the multiple instructions in that program file and get it executed step by step in a consecutive fashion, right? So what is the working of this script mode? It simply provides us a way to write a set of instructions in a file and later on we execute that file to achieve a result. So this is how script mode work, right? So in order to work with the script mode, what we will have to do, in that Python shell, there was an option of file. Go to the file option, click on new. Now a new blank document file will be opened. It is not a document file, it is a .py file for writing program on in Python. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be just clicking on the file option and then we will select new. A new file will get opened, and whatever the instructions we want to write in that file we can write. And once all those instructions are written as per requirement, what we will do, we will save that file. Okay, we will save that file. Whatever the name you want to give of that file you can, and the extension will be .py, right? So py is the extension resembling that we are working on Python, right? Correct, we are working on Python. So suppose that you have given the name as sample.py. Okay, now what will be the next step? Now the next step will be to execute that program file, right? So what we will have to do is, we will have to submit that program file to the interpreter, so that interpreter checks all those instructions that what we have written, whether it is syntactically correct or not. Once the statement we have written is correct with all its syntax, with all its semantics, then it will get executed and we will get a result on the output screen. But if the codes are not correct, if we have committed some mistake, then it will not execute. It will produce some errors. Whatever the errors you have committed, it will show you the errors. Now it will be your responsibility as a programmer to correct those errors and resubmit it to the interpreter for, yes, for recompilation, for doing the correction, checking out your program once again for recompilation, for reinterpreting, and then again produce the result. So this is the whole cycle of executing of a program file, correct? So what I said, that you have to open a file from file menu. So let's go to the practical exposure. So this is the file menu here. I have just checked file menu and clicked on new file. A new file will be created. See, this blank document is created that will be containing the codes that you will be writing. So I have just simply written sample code, okay, enclosed in double quotes, means this will be a comment for the interpreter. This line will not be seen by the interpreter, this line will not be executed, right? And the very next line, I'm making use of print command. Okay, just don't think that what a print command is, just see the working over here, that what it is doing. We will discuss about print in later section. Okay, you just need not to worry about the complexities of print, just see that how it is used and what output it is giving, just see that. Okay, so in the double quotes or in the single quotes, we can write any text and that text will be printed on the output screen. So what I have written is Cooties says hi to all. Okay, and I have just closed the brackets. So this is what I have given the instruction to the Python interpreter, just simply to print whatever the statement is written inside the print function on the output screen, right? So what will happen now, it will get executed and the screen, you will get the output on the screen. But before that, you will have to save this file, right? So go to the file option, go to the save option, and save dialogs will get open. You will have to write the name of the file, of course of your choice, whatever you want to write, but the name should be sensible, so that in future if you want to reopen that file, you can simply and you can easily find out. So what I have written is sample.py. Now I have written py, but if you won't write py, it's okay, it will take it automatically because it is in the interface of Python. I'm just saving it. It is saying that it already exists, so I'm going to replace this file by clicking yes. Now this file is saved. Now I have to run this code. To run this code, what I have to do is simply you can check the run option from the menu, or you can simply press F5 shortcut key. The moment you will click, what will happen? The code will get executed, and whatever the statement were written over there inside the print function, see, it is written here as an output. Cody says hi to all. Okay, so this is how the working of script mode is done, right? So I hope the concept here is clear to you all. Now this is the end of the complete first module, introduction to Python, and here are the few key takeaways that what we have learned so far in module 1, right? So I'm just going to read it out for you. Python is a high level and a cross platform language developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991. It is used in many fields ranging from simple web applications to scientific applications, and nowadays a lot of more enthusiasm is created in among the students about data science, data learning, machine learning, deep learning, data analytics. In all those scenarios, Python is being used. Now, third point, it is characterized by features such as ease of learning and extensibility to other languages. We have learned this also in the earlier sections. In addition to built-in or standard libraries known as Python standard libraries, Python also offers support for third-party libraries. As we already know, the codes written in C and C++ can also be used in Python, and Python can also write scripts for C and C++ programs, right? Now, fifth point, it supports multiple programming like OOPS and POP. Of course, both the programming philosophies are followed by Python. We can work in Python following the concept of OOPS, and we can work in Python following the concept of POP both, right? Python offers two ways of working, interactive and script. We have just learned this one. And the real world application, it is very much interesting to know that the language that you are using, where it is being used in the real world, right? So YouTube, Google, Instagram, Spotify, Quora, and many more are the other examples where the Python is actually used. So this is the end of this module, introduction to Python. In the next video, in the next coming module, we will be learning about Python fundamentals. Till then, take care. Goodbye.